Have you ever left a situation and thought, did I really react like that again? I mean, you promised yourself that you're not going to act like that again. You even told yourself that next time I will stay calm. But the same frustration keeps coming back again. And then you wonder, what's wrong with me? Now, here's the truth. Change doesn't start with trying harder, but it starts with the renewing of your mind. And that's because true transformation doesn't just happen in our actions, but it starts in our thinking. The Bible says in the book of Romans chapter 12, verse 2, it says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Now, notice what it doesn't say. It doesn't say be transformed by trying harder, but it says real transformation begins when the mind is renewed. And that's very important because many of the battles that we face are not just spiritual, but they are mental patterns that we have carried for years. In other words, ways of thinking, ways of reacting, ways in which we see ourselves. In other words, if the mind doesn't change, then the patterns keep on repeating. But when God begins to renew the mind, something powerful happens. The same situation that used to trigger your anger now produces patience. The same wound that used to control you no longer have the same power. And that's not because your past changed, but because your mind has changed. And when the mind changes, life begins to change with it.